Welcome to Be Peace Like a Tree. So, this is like a meditation to kind of bring you to the awareness of how trees are so peaceful and you can actually be peace like a tree because peace is actually right inside of you. It's inside of everybody. Some people, it's buried deeper than others. And we all, have the ability to bring up the peace that's already within you just by knowing how. And it's actually quite simple. So take a deep breath in, like get yourself comfortable first. Get yourself comfortable. I have a little shawl that I have on because when I sit and be quiet, and whether I do a meditation or just be quiet, sometimes you can get cold and you don't want to get cold. So I'm all about comfy cozy. Okay, so get comfy cozy and have a seat, or you can stand. You can be outside or you can be in, it doesn't matter. And just take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and out, and again, and one more time. And that just kind of helps you wind down and be just here now, focused more on this, and quiet your mind. And so, what I mean about being peace like a tree is if you notice, you could look at a tree like this is a redwood tree it's carved and it's made out of the redwood itself. So, I'm using this to help us bring attention to a tree. So, being peace like a tree. So, if you notice, our skin can be the bark of the tree. The limbs of the tree are like our arms and our legs. Whether it has leaves or needles, that can be like our fingers, our toes, our hair, our eyelashes. Trees breathe. They actually give us oxygen. They allow us to breathe. What wonderful beings they are, right? If we didn't have trees, we wouldn't be able to breathe. They actually, I have a huge community underneath the Earth's surface where, all of the roots are holding each other in place. So that's another thing to be mindful of, it's just like grounding. People talk about grounding, and it's just, sending some of your energy, your roots into the ground to feel more stable and connected to nature. You are nature. We are nature. We just look a little different than trees and plants and flowers and animals. But okay, so the sap inside the trees is just like the blood going through our veins. So could you notice all that? Notice the similarities. Notice how trees are super flexible. Some are pretty rigid, but they ebb and flow with the wind, with the storms. They're not trying to control anything. They're not looking for approval. They don't care what other people think of them. They're in total acceptance, whether they get cut down or if they can grow as tall as possible. It's unconditional love. And it's being peace. So I invite you to start looking at trees as beings of peace. And that reminder, and if you can just look at them and be reminded, oh, wow, look at all these beings of peace that are all over the world. And plant them. It's said by people, naturalists, that if everybody planted a tree every single year, then we would, rectify the environment and the climate crisis and everything within just a couple of years. Imagine that. But we're still cutting them down, but we won't get into that. So I just invite you to look at trees as peace poles, beings of peace, to remind you how you are a being of peace. So welcome up. Anything, check out your body, scan your body right now. And notice if there's any constraint, any tightness anywhere. And open up a doorway if there is, right in front of that tightness. And it could even be if you have thoughts in your head that just won't stop. Open up a doorway and let all that tightness or all those thoughts go right out the door. Imagine, a spring breeze, nice warm air comes by and helps you remove all of those thoughts and all the tightness or whatever you might be feeling in your body that doesn't feel good and flexible and peaceful. And could you let all that go? And even more. Right out into the beautiful blue sky, to the sun, and let it dissolve all away. And even more. And even more. And even more. And see that just going even more. And even more. And even more. And even more. And underneath all of that is your peace. And welcome up the peace that's inside of you. And if you have a lot of stuff that you need to get rid of so you can find that peace, I can help you out. So feel free to contact me. I'm happy to do so. There's different recordings and stuff that you can just listen to through audio and do your own self-exploration, and super quick and fast. I've discovered the absolute fastest way to get rid of all the baggage and all the traumas and feel super good, have wonderful, deep peace to be felt all the time, and a joy, your natural joy that's there waiting for you to discover. So let the beings of peace, the trees that are beings of peace, help remind you that you're a being of peace too. And it's just there inside of you. Thank you for joining me here. I wish you the best.